Be there in a minute. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, welcome to the fire committee meeting for November 12th, 8:30 a.m. I'd like to call this meeting in order. Do we have any pecuniary interest?
No.
None here. Circulation of the prior meetings minutes, those were approved at our last council meeting. And we'll move down to the joint health and safety committee sheets. We see nothing there. Motion to approve those.
So approved, so moved, sorry.
Here.
Good month, good checkup.
Very good, thank you. Keith, you're up, fire monthly report for October.
Okay, community relations, annual open house complete. Numbers are down a little bit, but still successful. Fire prevention activities, the Bridgeview School, each grade received the fire prevention education pamphlets and all their goodies. Attended the Beans on Mission for grand opening. Inspections, we did the inspections at Beans on Mission. Whenever Casino for the fire drill. Consulted with Beans on Mission Management regarding occupant load for special occasion permits. Claudia's not here. We had a meeting with bases. So SADS exercise for 2026 will be in Point Edward as it stands right now. And it's preliminary for something that we possibly might be doing with the bridge. Oil and gas grant processed, which we received our decontent. Partners, nothing to report. Facility update, compressor for the fire hall failed. I went to Canadian Tire, found one on sale, I bought it. It wasn't too bad for a price, it wasn't as big. And plumbed it all in and it's working fine, so hopefully that'll last as long as the other one did, so. Vehicles and equipment, ladder 2 had its annual safety inspection. Fire hall, the compressor failed, vehicles are in good working order. Just on that, just so you're aware, Rescue 3 has corrosion on it right now, so we're dealing with that for warranty. You're gonna have some decisions to make because they want the truck to leave the village for anywhere from 7 to 10 days to be repaired. And then come back, and the warranty is showing right now that we will have to pay half to have it fixed. So you figure that truck's brand new, and our old truck that's 23 years old, whatever it is, still has no corrosion on it. It gives you an idea of where we're going in the future for trucks. Health and safety, completed inspection. Completed the training set by health and safety coordinator, members attended the quarterly meeting with joint health and safety. Security, nothing. Capital budget, new chairs have not been ordered. We were gonna order them, but we did the floors in the 2 offices, so I wait till that was done and I'll get them ordered. It took me a couple days to get the chairs anyways. Community feedback. Thank you card from Point Edward Daycare for participation in Touch the Truck event. Thank you from the principal and staff at Bridgeview School regarding fire prevention activities. Upcoming events, the annual safety inspection being completed on Engine 1 and Rescue 3. Casino inspection. Fire extinguisher practical training for employees for Point Edward Learning Center. Budget day for November 25th. Second half pay information to be completed, submitted by November 26th. Be handed out for the December meeting. Emergency management exercise training. Stop the bleed training took place. Special thank you for the gentleman that came down from London. He did that training for nothing. They gave him $100 gift card for gas. He does this strictly volunteer to try to get departments to get on board on this. And it was very nice when we spent good 2 hours at the hall doing the training. Moved all the office furniture out of the offices, filing cabinets, and all that challenging stuff. Painted, the ceiling, fixed the drywall, painted the walls. Did the Remembrance Day parade attendance. Closing comments, meeting with Scott in regarding the SCBA units, reaching out to vendors to update pricing on the SCBA units. Meeting with the new sales representative for 1200 Degrees. Fire Prevention Week was successful. All grades received their education pamphlets. The open house was successful, but we noticed it was down despite the amount of advertising that was completed. Input on next year, should we do it maybe every other year? And members attending the online training regarding EV fires and different tactics that can be utilized. Members attended the fire department walkthrough for celebration of life for ex-deputy chief, fire chief, Bill Burgess. And that's it.
Any comments?
I have a question. Doug, when you talked about, the oil and grant process.
Yeah.
Is that the one you submitted or you've heard back?
No, we got that.
We got it.
Yeah, it's the tent, that's the decon tent.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be doing a picture, thank you. They said don't have to be done, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah,
So, and there's extra money there again. From them, we don't know how much yet. So Claudia's working with Jay in Lincoln. And we might be getting more money again from them, so they're gonna let us know. So we're looking at possible a heater for it, or we'll see what we get first,
Yeah.
and we'll let you.
no, that's great. Thank you.
Just make a comment, you guys have been busy as always, like. Lots has happened and lots is gonna happen. Like, great job. You. I'll move that we receive and file.
Seconded.
It's report, thank you. And next item of business is 2026 budget.
So I think we been kind of broke out into three different sections. Capital, operating, and then requests for reserves. As you see, the fire department only has a few items in there. We've got air pack replacement, which the chief referred to getting updated quotes on that. And when we get them, I think we can revise the number that's in here a little bit. It's got money in for a new replacement pickup truck. And then also a portable pump for pumping basically down in the marina area. So limited items there. And then the idea, there's a number of items that have been discussed, taking them out of the capital budget and putting them into the operating budget. So I see those items, like the three that come to mind are bunker gear, hose replacement, and personal protective equipment. But I don't see that in the operating budget anywhere. Jane, do you know if that's?
Yeah. Give the total on the second page in our file.
Which budget line? Right. Right, it's up, but what budget line would those items be in? Yes. So the items that we decide to take out of capital and put into operating. The hose replacement, bunker gear, and personal protective equipment. All right, so we just need to make sure that that those items are included somewhere, because
But that's it. Now, new accounts, who's kind of add up with the current excess account, so this one give the total amount for each GL account.
so there isn't a new GL account for those items though?
For each account, I think they are added, which account we add.
Okay, well, we just gotta make sure that we don't miss them, that's all. 'Cause you don't,
I have a question on that. Is that gonna be the same amounts that we've had in the past? Like for PPE 10,000, bunker gear 15, and hose was. Well, last year hose was 5,300. It didn't have a budget line item. It was added. There's nothing in the budget for it.
so typically those lines are 10,000,
They stayed the same
Yeah.
every year. One of the, PPE, we have no choice. In our bunker gear, we have no choice. The hose is hit and miss. Every year when we do our testing in January, whether it fails or not, or we have a fire where it gets wrecked. We may never use it, but it's
there
we can't-
for us.
But it makes sense, it's not capital, because it's a purchase every single year, so you can require it for operating. It's not like you,
Yeah.
you know, capitalize it.
I have a question on the reserve for the engine truck. Says we're looking to put in $266,461. Do you have the total of what we've got in reserves? With that amount,
that will put us at 1.2 million, I believe,
is that right?
which is kind of where we need to be.
I think the truck itself was 1.2, was it not?
Before that amount, we have $933,000 on the current reserve.
Okay.
Plus that one was,
Well, that'll put us 1.2.
yeah, 1.
What was the ad for this year?
266.
266, in a weird number.
Yeah, that's to bring it to
Yeah,
1.2
yeah,
million.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, I
Thank
caught
you.
on, that's,
Because you do have to remember, we don't know what will happen with tariffs.
no,
Well, the tariff would be coming into Canada, so it would be a Canadian tariff on.
Yeah, we just don't know for what's going on in the world right now,
Yeah.
what's gonna change there. I know that the city of Sarnia, they had a truck that was ordered and they canceled it. Company canceled it due to the exchange and the money. So, but our truck's still, as far as we know, still on the go, so.
well, you were farther into the process.
What's that?
You were farther into the process, it's been a couple years since the order went in, right?
Yeah, but so were they were,
Were they?
yeah, a
Okay,
different company, but yeah, they got canceled and. So just anything's just possible, and just saying anything is. Till this all settles, I think you can run into some other challenges, maybe that make it on. Not guaranteed, but they may.
So another question on that, the pickup truck, we're looking to trade one of do a trade on that as well? For the,
Well, it's optional, I mean. Our Yukon and our last pickup went to Public Works. The truck that I drive, that's the one that's looking for replacement.
yeah,
And that's kind of the thought here. Mike's looking to replace one of his trucks and so
okay,
that's kind of what.
Yeah.
What we've decided is that
Domino.
the staff recommendation will be to purchase a new one for Doug's use or for the fire department's use and then move his truck over to Public Works.
so it's not like an open, it's your filled in truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of an open bed.
It's the same thing, we just
Yeah.
hope that that copper can go on the next truck. You hope. I
Yeah.
mean, they could change the design and we can't, but hopefully it can.
Yeah. I see, because you don't need to buy another topper, you just move
No.
it, okay.
I have a question, I guess it'd be for Jane. It looks like the benefits not just for fire, but for all the departments, have gone up like 20%, it's over 20%. On the budget, so I'm just wondering, you know, that's our benefit plan for the employees and that, is it not?
It's a good question, but all the verse, the top level of summary of this increase. 3.25% increase based on the current collective agreement applied across all departments. For fire department, there is a special case. I think this, Jimmy, if I'm wrong, please make a correction. There is a accumulated vacation. So that's over a certain amount. So if you need detail, I will give them more detail. That's the cause of, you know, that's the overall.
I understand that, but I'm looking at the benefits. And I looked through all the departments and they're basically the same, about a 20% increase in benefits for the different departments. And I'm just wondering if that's like all of a sudden it jumps 20% in a year, like.
You know, this is a 3.25.
Yeah, I know, but.
But
you
but
look
we're not
there-
talking about wages, Gene,
No, I'm
we're talking about
like,
benefits.
Look at the arena benefits are 23%. Right, like, and then each department's over 20%. And I'm just wondering. Why all of a sudden a huge jump in benefits are more. Obviously, we're spending more money on benefits or whatever, and our supplier or vendor is charging us more for some reason. Okay, that one's a little, okay,
It's not.
that's.
So one thing I can tell you, Councillor Mondu. Our collective agreement calls for certain provision of life insurance. And what the agreement calls for is 2 years' salary for life insurance. And up until last year, our coverage capped it at 100,000. So we had a collective agreement that said we had to provide X. We were only providing Y. Now, we never had a call to use that in any circumstance. But if we had, the village would have been on the hook to pay the difference between the 100,000 and depending on this person. So I'm guessing that might be part of that increase. And then there will be, you know, your standard annual increase in the cost of benefits. We'll have to do some digging into
Oh, well.
to find
Yeah.
out.
Another reason maybe the current account structure, because for benefits is a combination, there is a few accounts. So for 2026 budget, we kind of break down by each employee and break down by each individual benefits. So this is 2026 numbers are more accurate than the previous one, previous one just kind of for whatever they have, you know, based on actual 3.25% increase. So then council, you will see there's a consistent increase, but this year is really breakdown. So there's kind of an adjustment there, but the overall is a 3.25. So maybe you see the benefits is increase, but the salary is kind of down. So that's kind of between the two accounts. Some amount when I do the journal entry, maybe kind of some justification or fractions there. So overall it's maybe increase, but we'll definitely all kind of look into it to see which one is whatever policy is
Okay, thank you.
is changed.
I don't know. What it is. But that one stood out to me,
Insurance.
yes, that too.
Well, it's been double digits for the last
It's for, yeah,
5 years. So what did it come in at this year?
we won't get anything.
We don't know yet.
We don't have anything yet.
No, we normally don't. Like maybe in December we might get it,
Mhm.
but yeah, this would be way early for us to get anything from insurance.
Because I know the city,
Well,
They're-
they don't use the same provider that we use.
they've changed and they've dropped theirs $1 million a year. I
Yeah.
think in provided.
Yeah, we plugged a number for insurance. We're
Okay.
guessing we added 10%.
Okay. So we
Um,
don't know. Okay.
It might be wrong. It could be more.
Lucky we could get before, council meeting and then we'll make adjustment at that time. But this is out of management control. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we use, try to be conservative, use a 10% increase. But it could be potential saving if the kind of drop down.
Yeah.
And the money will be transferred.
And I can reach out to our agent and ask them if they have a rough idea of what might happen.
Normally they give you, like, is it a year to year, like a January?
Yep.
Yeah, so they should have numbers.
But normally we're doing March,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
that's true.
think that's the difference. By
But
March. we
still,
will-
they should be
Yeah.
telling you at least 30 days
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
What your premium's gonna change. to.
And there's lots of other communities that have them that do December.
Yeah.
Like, so we'll see.
Well, one other one is WSAB. And it's gone up, like, just for fire, 22%. So
It's based on usage.
that's based on usage, so.
You get an evaluation every year based on what you've actually used, so you have no option to do it differently.
Yes,
Because some years you come, if you don't have any claims, you come out ahead,
okay,
but I know that just from my
Yeah.
previous history.
thank you. I'm. Nothing else on fire. That I can see.
The question, too. Maybe you can help me out on this, Jim, you may know about it. There was a guy who came to the fire hall last week. Maybe last week and the week before. And he was coming in to do an inspection of our hall. Of the exterior of the building. And he wanted to go on the roof and look at our roof and. He said Mike was arranging all this
Mhm.
done. It's not a huge deal, but. I'm really leery of putting anybody on our roof. And there's nothing said to me or anything. I think it's something that's gotta be looked at a little more serious, that. If we're gonna have someone go around our facility, we should be aware of it ahead of time
Mhm.
and then. Whether they're
For sure.
pre-qualified, but I mean, our roof. We have a ladder to go up the roof to the library, but where you have to cross over the fire hall is unsafe. And I just like, I didn't know anything about this and I don't know who the guy is, nothing, but. Mike's arranged for this to be done and we just had a new roof put on, we just had all this money put into it, so I understand what was going on, but. I just think we should look at, doing it differently next time, that's,
Well, it's a miss in communication for sure. Like, I mean, that guy could have been anybody
yeah, I don't.
if you weren't aware, like.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would want to go up on the roof, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
Well, you wanted to inspect the roof, tell you whether it was good or not. I didn't know anything about it, that's all.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, we got an email from you. Not you. But be aware.
Mhm. Yeah, that's happening a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got one from Shelley. Pictures, check out these pictures. And, now I checked the email, like hit on it, and it came up some googly gosh underneath and then it came back again the next day. With Shelley and pictures, but I didn't fall for it this time.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going
Yeah.
on and we just have to be,
Yeah.
it's good thing to mention because, I mean, it's just happening all the time.
Yeah.
These Garbage emails and you gotta be aware.
I did get caught on one the other day and I can't remember the specifics, but I felt embarrassed because it comes up and went, woo, this was a phishing exercise and it was an attachment within a document. So I'm very leery.
Anything else, your worship, on this?
Um,
On the budget?
what would you foresee, Doug, as far as open house, like have that discussion at some point in time before October? As
Yeah.
regarding whether or not you change the schedule?
I think it's gotta, myself personally, I think it's need to change completely, or then you hold off a year, that's all, that's. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not a lot, month ahead of time, plenty of notice, but we're investing a lot of money, the
Yeah.
money that we spend on all our handouts for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
I think everybody has more than enough that we've been giving out, so just maybe it's either gonna change or it needs to be freshened up.
okay. That's a discussion for another day. Thank you.
So move on then from budget. Nobody else has any. Thanks for your answers and input on that, Doug. Okay, we'll move on to financial statements. For the month of October. Anything pops up?
Mm,
Just one that I see is corrected on the budget documents, but it's the point pay again, it's, the weekends is still showing over 64,000, but it looks like in the budget, the numbers for operating there look to be good. It's the only note I have. I think we decided that that was point pay, was it not? Or it was something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because the point pay says that we haven't paid anything, right? We're ready to do our second.
yeah, I'm sure, yes, there was a point pay that was charged to the weekend account.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I did look in the budget and the numbers look to be aligned there.
I told them to make a correction, I find that one do the budget is kind of posted wrong GL.
Okay, thank you. No, okay, I'll move that we receive and file the monthly statements for October.
So moved.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Do
Second.
we have any new business? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Just budget.
and I guess the next meeting date will be January 13th. And at 8:30 in the morning, and that'll be a new chair to come into that, the new year. And I'd just like to thank everybody for working through this year with us, and we'll see you in January.
Well, you won't. Oh,
I won't be,
you'll be moved on.
I'll be moved on, yes, but thank you.
You'll see a new face.
I'll move to adjourn.
Seconded.